Welcome to Leading Edge 120 with Greg Moran and Maureen Metcalf. You might be wondering why a decision in Israel of the Knesset to limit the power of the Supreme Court has anything to do with business leaders globally. So, Greg, what do you think is going on there?
Yeah, I found it super interesting because what it really illustrates is how powerful the relationship is between the led and the leader. And, Benjamin Netanyahu recently sort of reacquired the position of prime minister in Israel. And what he's found out is that he hasn't yet re-earned the full confidence of the Israeli people to basically give him additional power. So this decision at its core moves power from the Supreme Court and invests it in the legislative and executive branches of Israel. And there's a lot of pushback from the Israeli people. And it just really reminded me of how important it is for leaders to really understand the quality of the relationship they have with their followers, if you will, in trusting them with policy decisions and strategy. And it's something to really pay attention to, because if you get ahead of that trust, you'll see the kind of outcomes that we saw in Israel this week.
Which is significant protests. And as you said earlier in our prep conversation, that even the military is saying they're not going to do their role as serving in the military if this decision is carried forward.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And so it was just a good reminder to me where sometimes even these things that play out on the world stage have underneath of them some really important leadership principles that we can learn from.
So as a wrap up, the idea that leaders have to inspire their followers, that leadership is a joint dance, not an individual act. So thank you very much, Greg, and we'll see you again next week.